Shalom. First foremost, all praise to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Hakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect brother Rocket coming back with a quick lesson. Okay, was watching elders apostles street teaching, and they was reading out a couple of scriptures which inspired myself to come up with this lesson through the Spirit. Matthew chapter 13 verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest unto them in parables? So they was asking Yahweh Shai, why was he speaking in code, in these dark sayings, okay, in these metaphors and riddles, okay. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So this truth is exclusive. The same can be read from Matthew 7 and 13. Okay? Wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be that go in thereat. Okay, but narrow is the path and straight is the way for the elect that leads to eternal life, and few there be that find it. So you see, but the scriptures even say that many are called and few are chosen. So you being called into this truth, that's not a guaranteed ticket to the chariots, okay, to get beamed up. It just means that you are so like I had to concentrate a bit, but yeah, it just means that you have the possibility, to be of the elect, okay. Hence the hopeful elect, okay. This is why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. We hope that we are part of the elect. Since we have been called into this truth, but we still have to endure unto the very end. Okay. We have to be those men that were preordained to be of the elect in order to achieve that outcome. So we don't know yet. Okay, this is why we keep it hopeful. Okay. But it says in verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So, like I said, this truth is exclusive. It's not given to any and everyone. And it's a spiritual thing, because to us, it makes the most sense. But and it's logical, but to the people of the world, they just, there is a blockage. Okay, they just cannot understand this truth. They really see it best to invest in having a worldly, carnal, shitty ass life, meaningless life. All of these different life forms in the world they are meaningless. It doesn't do anything. Okay, it's just meaningless life. Just wasted go. Okay, wasted go at it. Verse 12, for whosoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away even that he has. Okay? So, is abundant blessings gonna come towards the way of the elect man? So you must, you see, you have to understand the most important thing, which is to prioritize this truth. It should be the last thing you go to sleep. You should make a prayer to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai the first thing that you wake up. You should do it in all your life. You know, you have to meditate. Is this something that I can do, being in this truth? You have to examine. You have to try and keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. For example, right now is the Shabbat. I couldn't just now go to some female's house and pop her, because it's the Shabbat, it's the Sabbath, you see. Couldn't go to a barbecue where they only have fucking sausages, fucking pork, sausage and hot dog. I couldn't go there. I couldn't go there to eat. This is just an example how in your everyday choices you have to keep this truth in as the center of things. For example, let's say you and your friends, you go on a trip, which many brothers don't even have worldly friends like that. But let's just say you would go meet some cousins, you know, your family, you know, and you go, you're on a trip somewhere. And they just get this fucking worldly idea that, hey, let's all go and get some small minor tattoos for the remembrance of this trip, okay, of this travel. You cannot be joined unto that. The scriptures say, follow not a multitude to do evil. Okay, so you cannot be following this worldly energy. Okay, it's gonna lead unto fucking nothing. You know, this world is very vexing, and as it says in 2 Peter chapter 3, you know, we're supposed to be. I would say that's one of the big difference between the worldly people and the men that are in this truth, is that the men that are in this truth are anxious for this current world system to fucking die down, man, collapse, you know, be fucking neutralized, for that the kingdom of Yahweh Shai can be put into place. So we're waiting for the prophecy of the mark of the beast. We're waiting for World War III. We're waiting for Yahweh Shai to arrive. You know, we are anxious for these things to happen. But the worldly people, they want this current world to continue because they are building here. I would say that's one of the main differences. Of course, then you have that they are ungodly. You know, whether they worship, you know, Christianity or Islam or whatever the fuck. You know, they don't worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that's all the way off. Okay. But what comes with the worshipping of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is understanding prophecy, understanding of times. So that would mean that you are, you know, praying for this current world system to go down as soon as possible. Why I say this? Because maybe you can hear it's raining and there's, you know, these frogs these frogs all over the place, and I'm trying to, you know, avoid them. I don't want to, you know, crush them, but I think I just drove over a frog. So yeah, anyway, Romans 11:7, what then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for. So the majority of our people have not, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So we count ourselves immensely blessed, because the salvation begins with knowing this truth, and then, you know, you enduring unto the end. If you're of the elect, then that will concretize the salvation. Okay? So yeah, that's gonna be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Shalom.